Today's video is going to focus on some unique hazards, specifically animals that you may encounter on the job site. So imagine this, you're new to the job site like I was, you're taking a tour around in the pickup truck with the equipment superintendent, and you see a sign like this. Okay, what the F did that sign just say there? So I'm not really one to be afraid of rattlesnakes, but anyway, that was my welcome to the job site. And in fact, when I was a teenager, I went to the Alabama rattlesnake rodeo and actually ate some rattlesnake that was deep fried, and it kind of tastes like fried fish, not chicken. Anyway, next video coming up right here is going to be of a wrangler, a snake wrangler, actually coming and taking a snake away from the job site to scare the hell out of the carpenters this morning. And here it is. So bear with me with this part of the video. This is a snake wrangler, and he was retained by the company to come and deal with the snakes. If you can kind of see there's some red tape up there. This was hilarious. Like the safety guy put some cones down and put red tape around it, as if that was gonna keep the snake in or keep us out. So the guy came, he's got his little thing there. I'm actually sitting up in the crane watching this, filming it. I filmed it not in a widescreen format. But anyway, he's gonna catch this snake. I believe it would be a prairie rattler. This was in Colorado. And the snake was hiding underneath the lumber just to get out of the cold, and he scared the carpenters when they picked up the lumber, and then they ran away. So this cat's gonna take the snake away. So if you were paying attention in that video, that snake wrangler had a couple of pieces of PPE, personal protective equipment, that was unique to the job he was doing. He has some knee-high snake boots on, which the snake can't bite through. And also the little clamp thing. It's almost like the same thing you would use to, like, if you're picking up trash around the job site, which I haven't been over, but it's like a tong that he used to grab the snake, and then he put it in the bucket, and the bucket has a specific type of lid. The snake was taken away and released. He wasn't harmed. Nobody was harmed. So the next couple videos are going to be dealing with birds, and you may think, wow, birds, huh? So anyway, this particular breed is an invasive species, and they can just wreak havoc on the job site. These videos were filmed in Seattle, and the hazards with these, with a snake, you can get bit and end up in the hospital, and then it'll ruin your day. These birds, they carry like fungus, virus, bacteria, all kinds of stuff. And you'll see how nasty they of a situation they create on the job site. And that video is coming up right now. These birds seem they're gonna sleep here tonight. Get ready to scare them off. Watch this. They've been making a huge mess up here on this crane. All right, this is Potane 218 at 303 Battery in Seattle. That's all bird shit. Each and every rung of the ladder, all around the edges, all over the tower, and this is everywhere on the crane, starting above roof line on this roof. So I'd bet it's a good 180 feet of this crane up. And these birds are what they call a European starling. They're really nasty, and they carry a bunch of nasty diseases. Plus, this stuff is very acidic on metal. I don't know what could be done to get rid of it, or to get the birds to not come up here. I've done a little bit of research, and there are some companies that specialize in getting rid of this, because this is an absolute mess and it keeps getting worse. And there's a view of the surrounding area too. But yeah, they're coming up here and roosted every night and making a huge mess, and it's just getting worse day by day. So anyway, I sent the video of all the mess that the starlings made on my tower crane and to my safety guy. I said, man, this is nasty, bro. And I told him how they carry all kinds of diseases and stuff. And he's like, oh, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Like, he didn't have a clue, and that's his job, is to actually have a clue. So I had to mitigate the situation the best I could for my own personal safety. So I actually wore a dust mask, because when it would dry out and you would be climbing the crane, it would break loose and fall on me. I'd have to shake my clothes out. My gloves were literally covered in it, and so were my boots. And so I'd leave them outside, and at the end of the day, I'd wash them off. And I carried a can of Lysol with me, and I would spray my boots down. I'd leave them outside the house when I got home, which is a good idea anyway, because you never know what you're going to pick up on the job site. So that's how I mitigated that situation for my own personal protection. Another thing too, you can actually get like these fake owls and put up around the job site. Apparently those will scare away certain types of birds when they see a bird of prey. And there's actually a company that specializes in, they take falcons out, these guys that are into falconry. They'll take a falcon out to a job site, and they'll shine a laser beam, and that falcon will go in there and, like, bam, just hit those starlings. They're really trying to scare them, not necessarily to kill them. If they do kill them and eat them, then they'll have another backup bird come in and finish the project. But anyway, that's how I personally mitigated the situation to keep myself from getting too much exposure to the bird droppings. Other animals I've seen on job sites, I saw a raccoon running wild on a job site, and actually the Carpenters tried to catch him. It was pretty funny. And he jumped out a window. This was up in the mountains of Colorado. He jumped out a window and fell about 3 stories into a snowbank, and then ran off. And that same job site, we actually had black bear that would come up, and the black bear would get in the garbage. So keeping a clean job site is really important, because food waste will attract the raccoons, it'll attract rats. I've been in skyscrapers that are under construction and been up like 20 floors and see huge rats that have worked their way up, just following the scraps of food and stuff. And like I said, the bears. The thing about bears, of course, you want to keep the site clean if you're in bear territory. But the thing on black bears, and the difference between a black bear and a brown bear when they attack. If a brown bear attacks you, you're supposed to lay down and like face down and put your hands behind your head and cover your head as best you can and just play dead. And that's what you do with a brown bear, because you're not going to fight off a brown bear. If you get attacked by a black bear, you better fight for your freaking life, because they will eat you. And a human can actually defend themselves against a black bear. I don't know if you have to take a stick and hit him in the nose or whatever, but you better fight. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll attach a few things. I'm going to attach at least one article in the descriptions about some animal incidents that have happened. You got like spider bites, people out on like somebody on an excavator could go out and dig up a hornet's nest or a yellow jacket's nest and seriously be injured or killed by that. So you definitely want to be aware of your surroundings. And I appreciate you watching. Please consider subscribing, becoming a subscriber, like my channel, and comment if you've had any personal experiences like this. I'd love to hear about it. So anyway, thanks, and y'all be safe out there. Have a good day.